Hi, everyone. Welcome to Make an Impact Live. It's so wonderful to have you here on this particular Monday. If you're here with me live, I'd love to know who is here. Say hi in the comments so that we can talk back and forth today. This is wonderful. Sorry about that. Now I can just see your comments. All right, today we are jumping into how to build your email list using Bootcamps. How exciting is that? This is a very powerful strategy that I want to show you to incorporate into your business this particular year. Now, I am going to talk about how it's a powerful way to serve your clients, how you can build your community and your customer list at the same time. We're going to talk about building your email list using Bootcamps and what that actually looks like. And then we're going to talk about the revenue that can be brought into your business as well as building your customers as well. So who's here with us today? Say hello. Today we are going to learn how to grow your email list using Bootcamps. If you're live, I'd love to see you and hear you. Hi, Lori, but I don't know who it is because you have to let StreamYard see your name. That's the tricky thing about this. So lovely to have you here. Let's jump into what we're talking about, how to grow your email list using Bootcamps today. Now, if you have a particular question, you're here with me live. This is why we do this on Monday. Take advantage of the live coaching here that we have with you. All right, let's jump into the first point, building an email list. At the end of this live, before I jump in today, and why we're talking always about boot camps in this group is because how significant and how simple they can be. At the end of this live today, I'm going to share with you the details of our 5-day live event, which starts next week, and how you can start to build out yours with my help. Hello, Caitlin. Hello, Tracy Sheriff. If you're on my email list, you got a link to Tracy Sheriff's podcast because her and I shared a really great talk about boot camps and what it can mean for your business. And it's on my social media channels. So if you want to check that out, hello, Rosa. It's Rosa Livingston, she says. Nice to see you. Let's talk about what a boot camp can do for your email list. Now, we all know that the power is in the list. Who was around and had a semi-panic attack last year when Facebook went down for about 8 hours in the day? It was Facebook, Instagram, they kind of went, they went kaput, they went down, and we had no access to our social media channels. I was definitely one of those people. In fact, in order to communicate with my people, I sent out an email that day that actually said, hey, don't worry about it. I still have access to you. If that didn't put a little fire in you to grow your email list, something that you own, then I'm not sure what would. Okay, that was a real eye opener. So the reason I love boot camps is one of the things that we're going to do with a boot camp is we're going to bring people in for an event who all come together at a certain time to learn from you. Now, whether boot camps have been part of your strategy for launching your business or not, this is a great time, the beginning of a new year, to actually get focused in and start to build that email list. Because if you have to nurture or to sell, your email list is the number one place where you should be going. Now, I know as entrepreneurs, and tell me if this is you, you can just put a little me in the comments, but sometimes we're inundated with what to do, or sorry, all the things to do. We have to build an email list. We have to launch. We have to create our course. We have to bring in new people to our network marketing, whatever, post on social media, build a website, right? There's a number of things that we're told to do. And I want you to know that the boot camp and this particular strategy kind of encompasses a lot of what we have to do in order to build, yes, Rosa says me, in order to build a business that is bringing in consistent revenue. Okay. So we're hosting an event for people who all come together at a certain time to learn from us. That's what a boot camp is. right? That's what a boot camp is. It's 5 days of learning or however long you want your boot camp to be, and it gives your customers a mini win. You are teaching them something that gives them a mini win, right? We are really putting our best foot forward, our best content forward, our best, front facing, beautiful, valuable content to our people, because if they notice, wow, I can accomplish this with Lori or Rosa or Tracy or Caitlin for free for 5 days, I can't imagine what she's going to do with me and for me in her paid program. All right. So now this particular bootcamp and who I help with our strategy is, if you have a course or a program, or if you're a network marketer, this is how we build our strategy out in order to significantly grow your email list and your revenue at the same time. Now, it's a wonderful way to grow your email list because you have an influx of people coming in at one time. And it's not just about growing an email list. It is, but I want to take you one step further. I want you to know that it's not just about growing your email list, sorry, it's about growing your customer list. There is a big difference. Deborah Smith in the house. Hello. It's about growing your customer list as opposed to your email list. Now, yes, let's break this down. And a boot camp is a free event. It is, it is, it is. But what happens is you start to build a list of people who are wanting and willing to invest further, not only in themselves, right? With Deborah, like Deborah has a plant, she teaches people how to teach or incorporate plant-based cooking into their lives. So it's not just about people who want to be, get your free information, but also take your learning and your guidance and your help one step further while they invest in you. So let me explain further. An email list typically, right, what we think about comes from a lead magnet, a guide, a checklist, etc., right? A customer list comes from people who are willing to learn and then invest in themselves. Hello, Elizabeth Fowler. When you do a boot camp, you have people seeking free information. That is true. Just like with any lead magnet, with a checklist, with a guide, with whatever it is that you're sending out to your people. But the powerful thing about your boot camp is that you get to vet your people. You get to not only give to your people, right? For 5 days, we do 5 days. You're not only able to give to your people, but you're also able to see who is partaking in your boot camp. You get to see who the action takers are, and those are the people you invite into your business. You will hear me say, as I teach the boot camp, which starts next week, which I'll tell you more about, but you will hear me say often, we don't invite everybody to come to our business. We don't. We shouldn't, right? Take it from me. I have learned my lesson over doing these for over a decade. We are not asking everyone to come into our business. We are asking the people who want the results, who are hungry for the results and want to get them faster with your help. So you get to see who the action takers are and then invite those people into your business. Now, of course, once they register for your bootcamp, they are on your email list. But once they're in your boot camp and they're live with you and they're interacting like we are right now, you get to see who the action takers are. And that is powerful. You cannot get that from a checklist. You cannot get that from a guide because people can download it. And if they take it one step further and they find you and they come into your group or they send you a message, that's great. That's wonderful. But the power of a boot camp to build your customer list, who are your action takers and buyers, is like none other. Is like none other. So we're not inviting people who don't show up to the boot camp and don't partake in the boot camp to continue in our business. You can easily see who is there, who is showing up, who is coming to the training, who's taking it in, who's asking questions, who is hungry to move their life, their relationships, their health, or their wealth forward. Those are the people that you are inviting. Who is having a little mini aha moment? Because I tell you, ladies, when I learned this, when I discovered this, when I intentionally put this into my bootcamp strategy, things changed for the better. Things change for the better. Yes, 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 Deborah. I love it. So, we are inviting people who are hungry to learn and grow with our help, which leads me to my next point. Okay, which leads me to my next point, which is how to powerfully serve your clients. A boot camp not only builds your email list, or now it builds our customer list, but it is a powerful way to serve your clients. Let me walk you through what this is going to look like, right? When you are doing this. Here now, you are going to have the opportunity to gather a number of people all at the same time who are looking to learn something from you together. Community is key when it comes to selling and serving. It is. Community is where it's at. We have the beautiful resource of a Facebook group, which is free, right? Knock on wood for now, in order to bring our people together who have raised their hand and said, yeah, I like what you're preaching, and I love what you're teaching. Let me come into your community so that they can further learn from you. Now, when you have a boot camp, an event, you put it out to the world, you bring your people in, and this is key. Not only will you have the opportunity to serve the people during your boot camp, ladies, but if they don't buy from you and they stay in your community, you can continue to serve them further, right? We are now meeting people where they are at, because sometimes when we are geared up to do the selling, it's not a good time for our people. People want to buy when it's a good time for them, not us. Right? So when people attend our boot camps, they are asked to come into this particular group. This is how I run this, where I'm sharing information with them all week long during the boot camp. Every day, I am live. I'm here with you. I'm showing you how to run your very own boot camp. Okay. But when I am done with my boot camp, I offer the opportunity for you to stay. You get to stay in this group. And then what that means is that I can further serve you. So whether you jump in to my offer, because at the end of the boot camp, there's an offer. We're not, pulling something out of a rabbit's hat. We are being very up in front with our people. At the end of a boot camp, we offer them an opportunity to work with us further. And I explain how to do this seamlessly inside my boot camp. So what happens is when the boot camp is done, I continue to serve my people just like I'm doing today. The boot camp ends, I show up on the next Monday, and I teach something live. I teach something live about the power of boot camps and bringing people into your ecosystem. So I'm not just showing up to sell. And so I want you to start thinking about, when are you showing up powerfully for your people? Now, here's the simplicity of it, ladies. I only show up live once a week here in this group, giving massive value to you for free. I am not posting this, 75 times, 75 different ways on 75 different platforms. It's here in my community where I'm serving and I'm nurturing, and eventually, often during the year, I sell to the right people who want to build a boot camp that blows up their email list and customer list as well. Okay. Now, we are not just showing up to serve, we are showing up to nurture and to give, because being an entrepreneur, it's part of the long game. It's part of the long haul. This isn't just a quick win. This isn't just come to the boot camp and you're going to have 5 figures right away. Some of my ladies have done that. Have I done that? Absolutely. Does that mean it's the same for everybody? No. But I'm telling you, if you continue to do a boot camp even every quarter, of the year and have that one focus to bring your people in at that one point and to serve them at the highest level, what do you think your business can look like at the end of 2022? Right? So, do you not only have a way to build your email list, but do you have a way to nurture them? And you can definitely do it by sending them emails. Absolutely. But another beautiful way to do that is going live. I am a huge fan of going live because you're able to know, allow your people to know, like, and trust you. Okay. So, how are we building our email list? My third point for you today. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you're feeling, ladies, here. Let's see some comments. Let's put them up here. Let's put them up, right? The power of consistently showing up. Caitlin knows the power and what we can do here. Caitlin is part of Team Launch Hive and Launch It Live Academy. And so we know the power of showing up consistently and what that has done to our business. And I think it was Deborah said that's such a good point and distinction. Yeah, we love it. We love it. All right. So, how to grow your email list? Let's jump into the third way. Not only can a boot camp build your email list, attract your ideal clients to you, bring the people through your messaging to your boot camp, to your 5-day free live training challenge, whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing. You showing up live for a consistent amount of days, teaching something and bringing your people to a mini win. But I want you to know, not only does it build your email list, but it adds significant revenue to your business. How, and I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to show you, and I'm going to tell you how it works for us. I'm going to show you and tell you how it works for our clients. And then we're going to do a little bit of math. Don't be scared when we're doing the math. Don't be scared. Now, I want to break and bust the myth that launching live has to be stressful. Okay. When I see some Facebook ads or some posts come out on social media about, how live launching is exhausting and stressful, I really want to kind of giggle. In fact, I do, because the simplicity of going live is just like this. You sit in front of your laptop, which I'm doing right now. You bring your tea with you and you hit live on Facebook. Because people don't need all the bells and whistles, ladies. All they need is you and your content. So when you're having a boot camp, all you're doing is just, instead of maybe going live once a week, you're going live for 5 days. You're just compressing those lives, giving massive value, and it does not have to be stressful. I'll tell you, a decade ago, when I started doing live launches, I used a free Facebook group and I used Periscope on my phone. And that was it. That was it. That's all it was. It wasn't anything fancy. I didn't have all the bells and whistles that I do right now. But with each launch, once you get your content down pat, once you have your content converting, which is what I show you when we're doing our particular learning about boot camps, then it's easy to add significant revenue to your business as often as you want. Now, let's break this down. It can be done, going live and can be done very simply with maximum revenue kickbacks. Okay. We grew our business in the first year to $100,000 plus in 9 months using boot camps. And in those boot camps, just by hosting those boot camps, you're right, Tracy, by hosting those boot camps, I've also been able to build my email list, build my customer list, and add significant revenue to the business. Okay. If you have a course or a program that is a higher ticket, say $1,000 plus, right? Using boot camps are an excellent way for people to see how you coach. They get to see you, they get to know you, they feel like they get to, by the second day, I say in my boot camp, I feel like we're BFFs. I know people's business. I know where they live. I know what kind of day they're having. I know if they're a tea or a coffee drinker. Like, it's just amazing what you can learn from your people, and what also, which is significant, what how they can learn from you. So what kind of, or how you coach, what kind, your people get to see what kind of content you put out for free, right? Is it fluff? Or is it something actionable that you can take away and put and implement in your business every week? And that is something I strive for. Do you, it gives your people an opportunity, sorry, to see how you support your people, right? That's part of our nurture strategy. Are you just showing up to sell? Or are you showing up to sell and then consistently, when are you showing up for your people? Again, as I mentioned, it allows you to vet your clients, and it allows you to bring a significant amount of money into the business at one time. And literally, ladies, if you launched even once a quarter, so 4 times a year, if you break it down, it is 1 week in 3 months where you're going to show up for 5 days. Let me say that again. It is going to be 1 week inside of, sorry, 3 months, do your math, Lori, 3 months where you show up for 5 days consistently. Can you do that for your business? You absolutely can. You absolutely can. Now, if, right, if you have a network marketing business and you want to rank advance quickly, boot camps are for you. If you want to include your team and then have them rank advance as well, and everybody is part of the boot camp working together, if you want to create a buzz around your business, this is the way to do it. Let's think about some simple math, because I am not a math teacher. If you don't know who I am, I'm an English and drama teacher and professor by trade, okay, turned entrepreneur. So I never taught math in my life, and I never want to. So, but let's do some simple math here, okay? And I'll show you how to really break this down and get these numbers inside of our bootcamp next week. If you have a $2,000 offer, if your course or your program is $2,000 and you bring in 5 people after running your bootcamp for 5 days, that is a $10,000 launch. And I want to tell you, once you hit a $10,000 launch, you can hit a 20, you can hit a 30, you can hit a 50, and so on. Because once you know your content converts, it's very simple to just keep going. You add things and tweak things, but that content that you build and that we'll build together next week literally travels with you to every boot camp. You do the same content for different people, or you do the same content for the same people at a different time in their life, when they're ready, when they're open. And it's a beautiful thing. Even if you have $1,000 offer and you bring in 20 people after doing a boot camp, that's a $20,000 launch. It's that simple. We don't have to go and overcomplicate it, right? Like I saw Tracy say, we overcomplicated it. And I like how I do it in a private boot camp. People choose to be there. Yes. And I love this point. I'm just going to go on a little tangent here with Tracy's comment. The fact of the matter is that I used to have a Facebook group for my business that I used to run before I switched and served women about live launching. And I often struggled about, what do I put in my free Facebook group that I'm not putting on my business page? And I was like, what's the difference? I don't understand. And it caused me a lot of grief. When I started to implement this particular strategy into our bootcamp nurture strategy, things took off. You can spend every Monday at noon Eastern with me for the entire year. And I will show up and I will give you as much value as I can every week. That's what happens, right? That's what happens. So what happens with this week or next week? We are actually doing and hosting our 5-day event, how to launch your biz live using boot camps. Okay, it's called Launch Your Biz Live Bootcamp. It's here in this particular group. If you haven't registered, you want to do so, there's a link in the cover photo that I posted today, and there'll be subsequent links throughout the page throughout the week. We are going to build your boot camp, your own 5-day high conversion event starting next week. It's going to run from the 17th to the 21st. It's going to be held here inside this group, but in order to be registered and willing and able to win our exciting prizes or one-on-one sessions with me that we give away, you have to be registered. We want you on that list, and we want you in this particular group. I will be live for 5 days straight at 12 p.m. Eastern, just like I talked about today. And you're going to see the number of people in this particular group grow as we share with people in order for them to come and learn why boot camps are so powerful, what they can do for your business when they are done right and when they are done consistently. So Launch Your Biz Live Bootcamp is running from January 17th to the 21st here inside this group. If you're not registered, make sure you head up to the cover photo and register in the link. And if not, if you can't be here live every day, then there is replays as well. We really want you to hit the ball running. So we are going to have a blueprint for you. I'm going to walk you through exactly the components you need for your boot camp, how to attract your ideal client to your boot camp, how to sell them into your program non-salesy or slimy, how to what to teach in those 5 days. A lot of you might think, well, I have so much content, I don't even know what to give. We talk about that and break that down in the bootcamp. So I can't wait to see you here. We start next Monday, noon Eastern, and every day next week. Exciting times. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope that once you learn the strategy next week, you can move forward and you can start to build your email list and your customer list. Thanks everyone for being here today. We'll see you next Monday.